Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are editing old listings. I recently had a sale in the store with 70% off our old listings. It was kind of but what I found out with that sale was a lot of my shipping policies were not there at all. They were using policies that no longer existed in my store. I even went back and checked and they aren't even an option. They were not having weights or measurements or dimensions or anything in the shipping. I also found out that my item descriptions were like 3 words. So I went back through and I started using AI for the item descriptions, and I went back and corrected the shipping details. Like this one, I didn't have Mark Martin in there as the driver, officially licensed, yes. So those things were missing. My item description here, I did have AI there. My shipping policy is good here, but my other ones you'll see coming up, they were not. They were missing things. I only got, so all of our things we tried to put in custom labels. We started out with one a long time ago. Now we are on 110, I think, right now. I'm going through, I went through the 30s. Apparently I don't have any 30s left. I'm going through the 40s right now. I'll go through the 40s, 50s, and 60s because those are what I consider old items. Of the old bins, the 1 through 40, anything that I thought was really good that I wanted to keep, I put in alphabet bins. So AA, BB, CC, DD. We are now on CC and DD. So because I kept those, I know that they're from earlier numbers. I'm probably going to go through those and get rid of them or re-photograph and make them new and stuff like that. Because going back and looking at my old listings too, my photographs leave a lot to be desired. I did not have lighting when I was doing these. I think I took a grand majority of them on a blanket on my floor. Granted, I can't throw shade at old me because I've been photographing on my bed due to not feeling amazing with pneumonia recently. My husband and I both just sit down and watch Top Chef on TV and photograph items. That being said, they're selling. So again, can't throw too much shade, and it goes to the old saying, and I think it was Jay and Ryan that said this saying, but scavenge life, by the way. If it's not listed, it can't sell. So if I'm looking for the best photographs, the best time to do it, if it's not listed, it can't sell, and I need to get it listed. And again, some of these had absolutely horrific photographs in some that I recently sold. Like I was coughing and blurred the photograph and it sold. So, you know, it is what it is. I want to say the ones that were messing up were still saying that they were flat rate, but I don't even have flat rate as an option in my store anymore for my business policies. And you can go into your stores and you can look up business policies and shipping policies, and you can create your own shipping policies, which I have several I've created because I do like 2-day shipping. I don't like shipping the next day. We are not anywhere close to any of the post offices. It is at least 10 to 20 minutes out of our way to get to one of the post offices. So I don't want to have to do it the next day if I don't have to. Now, if I'm going to work or taking a kid somewhere, I will pass a post office most of the time. Not a huge deal. One of the places I work at, I literally drive by the post office to get there. So I'm totally cool with mailing out on those days, but I'm not there every single day. So there's that. This might have been one of the ones so we've had this PlayStation bag for 100 years. It takes up a lot of room. I'm going to try to, if it doesn't sell, get rid of it. And I could have probably filled in more item specifics. There is a scuff mark pictured on the outside of the bag. I wrote this out, so I'm just cutting it right now because I am going to do an AI description. After the AI description, then I will paste it back in. But nothing is so incredible like, oh my gosh, I could not retype that all over again. Of course I could. The shipping policy, this is Ground Advantage, so that's fine. I don't have to change that. I was trying to change all my priorities to Ground Advantage because it is cheaper for the person buying them and cheaper for me selling them. I'm going to do AI here. In this, I can just type out, please refer to pictures, floor condition, and measurements. So I'm not cutting and pasting it. I'm just typing that out. Will it like save me time? Probably, because I can't type for anything. Apparently when I'm trying to do this, I misspelled like 5 words. This is real time. I'm not fast forwarding it. I'm not speeding it up or anything like that. So this is how long it takes me to go through all of these. And I want to say I went through maybe 10 listings and it took, around 11 minutes to go through that. So this is not even a policy in my store anymore. And it's saying I have 140 listings. Like, if I'm listing something right now, I can't even choose this as an option, but it's still showing up as my shipping policy. I want calculated Ground Advantage. I don't want priority. And this is where I sold 3 pairs of jeans when we had the sale, and it said flat rate $8. Well, the flat rate isn't even $8 anymore. It's like $9.25. So I'm already losing $1 something on that. And then because it was priority, I can't downgrade it to Ground Advantage. I have to keep it as priority. But I have none of those. I don't even have the envelopes anymore. I got rid of this policy completely when Ground Advantage came out. So I had to ship it normal priority. They only paid $8. That did not cover the priority shipping. They only paid $7.50 because it was on 70% off sale. So they paid $7.50, $8 shipping. Did not cover the shipping. I want to say it was $2 something less. So I sold these jeans for $5. I still probably made a profit off of them, but because I've had them for so long, I probably got them fairly cheap, either at the bins or whatever. And see, again, I have flat rate bubble mailer here. This is not a policy. I don't understand. It was a policy I loved before Ground Advantage came, but then Ground Advantage came and I don't have to ship priority anymore. I save it money. I don't even know if I can order the bubble mailers. I don't know where I get the flat rate bubble mailers. Like if I have to go to UPS website. Either way, I don't have those. I don't want to carry those. Those are taking up room in my house. I'm going to ship Ground Advantage. I have to go through and change all of these. And again, when I go and list a new listing and I like flip through my choices for shipping, that policy doesn't exist. So I don't know why it's doing this. And apparently I have 140 listings of this. So I'm going to have to go through all of my old listings. And this is another one. I'm going to have to go through all of my old listings and be like, what is going on? In general, men's jeans weigh around 2 pounds. Give or take, I'm fine with just putting 2 pounds because I'm going to lose cents, not dollars on that. This one should already be Ground Advantage because remember, First Class turned into Ground Advantage. First Class used to have a maximum of 12 ounces or 1 pound. Most of the time you could only put 15 ounces in on eBay, and as soon as you put the 12 ounces or 1 pound in, it flipped to priority. But now Ground Advantage does not have that maximum on there. And it is cheaper than shipping priority. And there are some things that have to go Ground Advantage because they cannot go in an airplane. Like flammables and stuff like that. Perfumes even. I will ship Ground Advantage. I will not ship perfumes priority for the chance of them going in an airplane. Aerosols are the same way. Granted, I don't ship a lot of those, but I have in the past. This is probably going to be another padded flat rate because it's jeans. They're boys' jeans, but they're 10s, so they're probably the size of a woman's small, to put into perspective. And again, I'm going through and putting AI in the description. Do I think that matters? I don't know. Do I think eBay is going to favor a longer item description? Maybe. Do I think buyers actually read this most of the time? No. I'm not even convinced buyers look at all of the photos half the time. So them going through and reading this. Do I read this when I buy things? Not really. Unless it's a very specific thing. Like it fits a specific model, is for a specific thing. So yeah, and again, flat rate bubble mailer. this drives me insane. I had to go through and change a bunch of these because of this. And again, this is, I started on 40 and on tab 40, I'm only on tab 46 when I stopped. So I have many more of these to go through, and I'll probably make some more videos about it just so you guys can see, and I'll let you guys know if the ones I've changed actually have sold. I am not going to end and relist or end and sell similar until I've fixed them, because I don't want to mess with it. Something is going on here. It's taking way too long for it to show up. Sometimes I have to like whatever. There we go. I don't know, maybe it'll show up. This is, I should also be have the tubs out and be going through them at the same time, but I don't have space nor time to do that. That is something else I need to do. Remember, July 1st is going to be coming sooner than we think, and I want to have my inventory done before July 1st, which means I need to go through and see if things have fallen off eBay. There's a couple things I've touched recently that I'm like, that is not listed anymore, because I have not seen that as I scrolled through the listings, which is unfortunate, but does happen. It happens more than you think. Especially when eBay undergoes like huge changes, I'll notice more listings just vanish. If they do a big policy change, or like with the first class to ground advantage, I noticed a pretty decent drop off there too. So anything like that, definitely go back and make sure. If I had a huge store, this would be way more time consuming. I don't have a crazy large store, but I have enough that it is going to take multiple days to do this in possibly multiple different hands. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a productive day.